Just doing a little review of Lucifer Rising, right? And Lucifer Rising, which is this movie, right, by Kenneth Anger, right? And it's sort of made in the 1970s, right? And it's like I'd always wondered what it was, because like years ago and that, I had it on the air, I downloaded it off a torrent site thing and all that, right? And I stored it on the data sort of disc or whatever, and but I never got round to watching it, sort of, and I lost the sort of data disc, so I never saw what it was, this Lucifer Rising thing, right? And then just over there and that, I just decided, like, well, I type it in to YouTube, and it's on the YouTube, like, you know, it's like loads of people have uploaded onto YouTube this Lucifer Rising, so it's not that rare a thing after all and all that, right? So I just thought I'd do a movie review, like, for a change, and review this Lucifer Rising, right? And so when it starts up, right, the first thing on it is the sort of start screen is like Puck, the character Puck. I think he's a Shakespearean character. He's like a faun, a satyr or something, right? And the sort of the slogan next to it says, "What fools these mortals be," right? Which I take it as a Shakespearean quote, like. But you know, again, this is referring to the immortals being the tea drinkers, and the sort of mortals being the sort of naturals. See, what fools these mortals be, right? Which is like self-explanatory sort of thing in the way to view things and that, right? And then sort of this movie starts up, right, with volcanoes erupting, sort of red lava and all this, right? And the sort of then they're knocking around the sort of Egyptian pyramids idea and all this, right? It's all this sort of mystical, weird stuff, like as you can imagine, type of thing, with just music playing and all this, right? But this the graphics and that, the Lucifer type of thing. See, what I've gone at from this is the Lucifer is totally connected with the red idea, right? The red color and all this, right? So, and this basically, brings about some thoughts like about how obviously when you look in the sky and that, you see the red sort of shiny star, right? What they call stars and that, the red shiny one, which is obviously known as Mars and that, right? But this brings to mind that red shiny star, right, has a sort of Lucifer connection. It seems to be that is Lucifer, and if you read some of the informations, like what people have written up in that, it seems to be some people view that as Lucifer, that red star, right? And then whereas if you look at other informations, I think more popular is the view that the Venus one, right, is also a sort of connected to Lucifer. So they sort of call the Venus one Lucifer. Venus one is the sort of the very silver, the very bright silver one, sort of star in the sky, right? So there seems to be like a bit of a connection there between those two stars and that, right? The very bright silver one and the very bright red one, right? Which brings to my mind thoughts like it could be, that could be the sort of the spiritual origins of it type of thing, you know what I mean? Viewing these two sort of shiny stars and all that, right? So it could be a duality thing, like a transformation thing, like, it could be perhaps the idea that the silver one turns into the red one or something like that, you know what I mean? I'm not an expert on the astrological movements of them and all that, you know what I mean? But there seems to be like a bit of a connection there between those two stars and that, as far as the Lucifer goes, right? And then when you sort of progress through this movie and that, right, there's a segment where a bloke gets into a bath, right, and there's sort of black and white tiles all over the bathroom and that, so it's like, the obvious significance there of the sort of tea drinking and the transformation, the John the Baptist and the, bathroomette and all that type of thing, the bath, the sort of transformation idea of getting into the bath and that, right. And then there's another segment where there's a magician bloke and he's doing like a magic ritual or something, right, and he starts dancing around. I can't remember if it's a triangle or a circle on the ground, right, but it's got a big T in it anyway, right. So he's dancing around this big T on the ground and that, right. So obviously, we know what all that's about, right. And then there's sort of inscriptions like around the outside of it. One is TH, right, TH, which we know what that is for the triple tav ideas and that, right. And another is Jorbulon, so obviously Masonic has held this sort of Lucifer type idea and all that, right, as you would expect anyway, you know what I mean. To sum up, right, I mean obviously this film, this movie Lucifer Rising is basically a tea drinker movie and all that, right. And I was just interested because you still get a lot of people associating the Lucifer idea, right, with spook stuff and all that, like, oh, Lucifer, the Prince of Darkness, and all this type of thing, right, which is like, ridiculous because it's just merely a tea drinker idea, right. And like I see it, this seems to be connected to those two shiny stars and that's what you see in the sky. And so depending on what you read up and that, you've got the sort of Venus one and the Mars one both connected to the Lucifer thing, so it's, you know what I mean. So again, could be like a bit of a transformation, right? And how the colour red, right? The colour red is very, very much associated with all the tea drinker stuff, like Napoleon's red cape, Superman's red cape, sort of the red robe of Jesus, all type of stuff like that, and Alexander the Great and all that, see. So the sort of red idea, transgendered type idea, see, is very connected to this Lucifer. And obviously we know what Venus is in relation to this, you know what I mean? We've already done lots of information on Venus and that. So the sort of the Lucifer thing, see, seems to be connected to what they call Mars, which is Ram, which is a Ram anyways type of thing. See what I'm saying? So I just bring about new thoughts on that. You know what I mean? About them doing two shiny stars. Yeah, obviously, they call it the red planet, and see, but I mean, planets are basically a part of the hex system. So whatever that sort of thing is, shiny little star, and that seems to be well connected to the spiritual type of religion of the tea drinking priesthood. See what I'm saying?